Hello there, World of Tankers! Welcome to the channel. I'm of course your host, Droodles, Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to get better as a player in a World of Tanks Blitz. Now, a lot of YouTubers, including myself in the past, have made videos talking about skills that will make you better at the game. One of them is leading your shots, penetrating and knowing enemy opponents' armor, stuff like that, where to position your tanks on the battlefield, hold-down capabilities, and everything like that. Of course, specific tank playstyles. Another thing you'll do is talk about equipment, why I like to run calibrated shells, aiming time, and all these other virtues and aspects that will help you get better as a player. However, one thing that a lot of YouTubers don't talk about is specific tank choices. Now, a very good way to convey this is currently the most played vehicles. Oop, that's the wrong browser. We gotta go over here. The most played vehicles in World of Tanks Blitz currently is the Wotb Panzer IV, the FV25B183, and the Grill 15. Those are the top 3 vehicles played. Now, the WT is a fantastic vehicle, don't get me wrong. This is honestly a menacing vehicle. It has a fantastic camouflage rating, able to stay hidden and undercover by a landslide compared to other opponents. And not to mention, it's got good DPM at around 2,900, and if you're running Rammer, you can get over 3,100 DPM. Big Alpha, 640, fantastic aiming time at 3.5 seconds, and sure, the gun might not be that accurate, but overall, it's just a fantastic vehicle. Anybody that has this tank knows enough that I don't even need to break into why it's such a good tank. The issue is, once you get to tier 10, you find the Grill 15. Now, don't get me wrong, the Grill has a fantastic gun. It's got one of the highest DPMs in tier 10 at 3589. It's got Leopard 1 accuracy as long as you let it aim in. It's got fantastic penetration at 293 and 367. Its damage is still 640, and as well, it's got a 50 km/h top speed with a semi-traversable turret. So where do things go wrong? Well, first of all, just like the WT, it has 30 millimeters of frontal armor, 16 on the sides, and 20 on the rear, which is nothing. And then, if we break into the Waffenträger's camo, it is 31%, making it the best, or not the best, but one of the best, as you can see 4 out of 11 here, of tier 9 tank destroyers. When we break into tier 10 tank destroyers, the Grill, even though it's supposed to be a silent sniper, has the, literally 17% camouflage. It's awful. It's half the waffles. It is 10 out of 12 rating on tank destroyers. Just to give an example of how bad that camouflage rating is, if we go over to tank destroyers once again, we go over to the FV4005. The 4005 is sitting at 7 out of 12, and this vehicle is twice the size. So, yeah, the Grill has a lot of issues, and that's a big reason why I would say a lot of players struggle is they go for the Waffenträger. They think it's a super fun grind, and it is, until you get to the tier 10. And then you just suffer, and you don't really learn much. The second most played vehicle, as we went over, is the FV25B183. Another vehicle that is, it's actually the worst performing tier 10 in the game, and it's been like this for the past 3 years in the game, probably actually ever since the game has come out. It really has one thing going for it, and that is alpha damage. The mobility is dog water. The actual armor is none. Its turret traverse is slow. Its accuracy is the worst in tier 10. The only vehicle which is base accuracy is over 0.4. So the 183 is just a terrible vehicle. And grinding up to the 183, you've got to go through the Tortoise, the AT-15, the AT-7, the AT-8, and the AT-2. And I'm going to be honest there, grinding up those vehicles as well is another terrible experience all on your own. So, yeah, that's just 2 examples of 2 vehicles that a lot of people try grinding that seem fun in theory, but are terrible for win rate and learning how to actually get better at the game. Same for vehicles like the 4005, the FE27 Badger. Obviously, the Badger is not a vehicle that you can grind, but there are plenty of vehicles in the game that are not going to help you get better. And as boring as it sounds as grinding a very strong vehicle like the STB1, the Projecto 65, the Kranvagn, in my opinion, it's much smarter, if you're especially struggling in tier 10, to get a vehicle that is known to perform well in stressful situations than spending all of your hard-earned time on a vehicle that outright sucks, and even a skilled player will really have to put a lot of effort out to do well in than a player that is new to the game. So this is my first choice of a fantastic vehicle. The Kranvagn has a fantastic gun. Sure, it might not have DPM going for it. A lot of people have said that the turret traverse and hit point nerf has ruined the tank, but nah, it really hasn't. Turret armor is 225 millimeters base, and that is if you're aiming at it like this. So at an angle like this, you literally can't penetrate the turret unless you're in a Ho-Re using calibrated shells. It's an incredibly strong vehicle on that aspect. Another vehicle that is fantastic, as I said, is the Projecto. It's got a great gun, 3-shell auto reloader, gives you the ability to dump a clip and auto reload a single shell back in. As much as it seems kind of cliche that I'm kind of saying auto reloaders are fantastic, there's a reason behind it. They have the opportunity to clip people and then also have a backup plan of having a single shot reload after that. Vehicles that I would not suggest to grind are vehicles like the T-57 Heavy. It's a fantastic tank, don't get me wrong, but its armor is just non-existent. T-124, Leopard 1, and the Leopard 1's great, but again, it's just really no armor. It's got great DPM, great accuracy, but you're not going to be able to use any of that if you can't work the vehicle itself, which is very, very tricky. Even vehicles like the Mouse, which are a very fun grind, it's not the easiest tank to run. So we're going to play a game of the Kranvagn, and then we're going to play a game of the M6 Yo. Now, both of these vehicles are fantastic tanks. The M6 Yo is another vehicle that basically is just a great grind. I mean, the vehicle itself, it's got a great gun. It's got a 2-shot autoloader dealing 900 damage in a clip. Or you can run the other gun, which has a 2.5 second entry clip instead of the 1.7, and it's able to get out 900 damage in 5 seconds. Now, both guns are fantastic. Don't get me wrong. You're able to demolish armor with either gun. You know, the one's got 2,500 DPM and the other's got 3,000. I personally enjoy the 2-shot capabilities more, and you'll see why when I'm playing in the tank. But first of all, let's play on Black Goldville here. Oh man, I got a shot today. I got my booster shot, and oh my arm is just dying. It's probably going to fall off tomorrow when I wake up. I literally can't move it. I can move my fingers, but I literally can't move my arm. So if you hear any screeching noises of pain while I'm playing today, that is why. Now, the Kranvagn, we're going to start off with this tank. We'll talk about the Yo, of course, when we do get into that vehicle. But the Kranvagn, it's got everything you'd want. I mean, the gun, as I said, the DPM's nothing incredible. It's not good at all. But, I mean, you can still deal 14,000 DPM at the start of a 7-minute battle if you just base it off of having 2,000 DPM. But the highest recorded games ever, tier 10, are like 10, 11,000. So it's actually impossible to run out of DPM even with this tank, or to have too little DPM. I mean, you'd have to have around 1,000 DPM to really just be awful in tier 10, although 1,500 would be quite appalling as well. Now, we did spot, what was it, the Leopard over here. Yes, we got the Leopard one off to the side here, and we're going to aim in a shell. Boom, nice shot into the Leopard. Sure, he might pen me, although he actually did not. Very good for the Kranvagn there. And of course, because I am in an auto-reloading vehicle, there's 2 shots into the Leopard 1. So there you go. We've already dealt 802 hit points worth of damage there. Now, we did get shot by a heat shell, and that would most likely be the Wotb. I would have just highly expect that out of all the vehicles on their team to be that. Speaking of the WT, right? But, ooh, we got an E100 off to the side over there. I gotta be careful, though. That WT, while he may not be the most skilled, as he did shoot a heat shell into the side of my tank, so, yeah, that's obviously a big getaway there. Oof, nice shot into the E100. The Kran, it's actually really good. I mean, sure, the gun might not be anything ridiculously fantastic, but it's still good enough to get out some very nice damage numbers. And all we're doing here is we are waiting for our clip to reload, and there you go. There's 1 shell out onto the E50, and we're going to aim in a second one here. There's 2 shells out. That is now about, what, 900 hit points? And let's get 1 more. There you go, another big ol' slap, and hopefully this VK, oh my god, he's not a good player, but I'll give him credit. He got the shell out. So, we're already doing pretty solid this game. I mean, we've gotten, what, over a 1,300 damage clip into the E50, which is pretty solid all on its own. Even if this IS-8 pens me, which I highly doubt he's going to, we're just going to push our way on over here. We got the Leopard off to the side. Let's aim in an HE shell onto the side of the Leopard. Yeet! There you go. Leopard is taken out. And again, just gonna sit here, hold down. Obviously, these tanks can't do anything to me, because that's just what the Kranvagn is able to do. It's able to sit, hold down, and yeah, nothing is going to pen you. So right now what I'm doing is I'm sitting. I'm waiting for my clip to reload. Obviously, the longer I wait, the deadlier my tank becomes. So, in 3 more seconds here, I will have a full clip loaded, and we are going to aim in right on this E100 here. I don't even care if that IS-8 pens me, because, oh baby, there's 1 shell, there's 2 shells, and of course, let's aim in on 1 more. Oh, no, you're just going to block me. Okay, I guess we're not going to aim in 1 more. My teammate is just going to block me. I love Blitz. I really love it. Well, we got the Wotb off to the side over here. Let's aim in a, you know what, he doesn't look like he's running Spaliner. I really don't think he is. Well, I'm just going to push my way on over here. He's not running Spaliner. Come on, go forward. Yes, my comrade. There is 1 HE shell into you. Let's get another out. Yeet! There you go. And because I like getting damage out, let's get a shell into the IS-8. No! I really wanted to get that shell out. I mean, we obviously knew this was going to be a victory, so at that point, I was just trying to be the damage-stealing person I always am. But either way, that was a perfect example of how the Kranvagn can be a perfect vehicle. I mean, sure, the DPM is not there, but did I need DPM in this game? No. We did 4,615 damage, and for the average player in Blitz, that is a god game, and obviously that is a pretty solid game. I mean, it's a fantastic vehicle. In fact, the Kranvagn is one of my highest average damage vehicles. I currently perform 3,500 average damage in it with a 76% for over 500 battles. It is one of my favorite tanks in the game, and honestly, I would put this up there as one of the easiest and best tanks to win in Blitz. As much as I would hate to see a billion of these things rolling around on the battlefield because it just makes my life more painful, it really is a fantastic tank. Now, currently, the M6 is becoming one of the most popular Tier 10 heavies in the game, and there's a very easy reason for it. As I just talked about, it's a pretty ridiculous tank, and I do think that it will be nerfed in the future. So I will say, keep this tank, which I'm talking about, in a grain of salt. This is one thing that a lot of people don't get, is that they'll grind a vehicle like the Yo. I mean, I'll make a video on the Yo. Batness will make a video on the Yo. Any YouTuber will make a video on the Yo. And I'll state it's broken, and they'll state it's very strong as well. I'm not sure, obviously, but all the YouTubers have said it's been out for a long time now. But the general consensus of this tank, to any good player I've talked to, is that it's a very dirty vehicle. The ability to deal a FE 2 and 5B 183's shot worth of damage in 1.7 seconds, had better accuracy, basically just a heavy tank that has a 183 gun mounted on it, and basically the same reload as well. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous when you think about it. So, we're going to see what we can do here. I am obviously speed. Speed is key. Let's go get around this guy, and there we are. So, as I was saying, the tank, I think it will be nerfed in the future. I mean, the only reason I don't think it's being nerfed currently is because of the comp season. You're about to see the Prove Your Skills finish up, and then the Challengers and all that. So, I don't think this vehicle is going to be nerfed just yet, but I do have a feeling that it will be nerfed in the very near future. And when this tank is nerfed, obviously, that is going to mean that a lot of people that ground this vehicle are not going to be happy campers in the future, which is not good for anybody that spent all that time grinding the line. Now, I'm waiting for the Sheridan to try and poke this. I don't know if he's going to, but that is my common idea behind it, is that, yes, there's one shell into the Sheridan, 410 hit points, and, well, I'm just going to reload. I mean, obviously nothing ridiculous there. Oh, God, my 50B is just going to die. Why are you doing that to my dude? Oh, nobody's supporting him. Oh, well, we just got 3 TDs back here. Man, TD meta needs to change. I don't get why so many people spam tank destroyers. I mean, it's literally a useless class right now. All you're doing is you're not helping your team in the most of scenarios. Let's just see. There's one shell into the Sheridan, and 1 second later, boom. Sure, it was only about 531 hit points, but I mean, he could have had upwards of 900, and I stole have easily cleared that guy. But man, I really don't like TD meta in Blitz. I think this is the worst meta we've ever had, because there's so many tank destroyers that you can't really do much to push aggressive. I mean, I cannot push on the enemy team past this line here because they have so many TDs. Just like on PC, the issue with currently the meta is just kind of hold down take, sit, and kind of camp. But let's see, we got the FE 2 and 5B over here. There's one shell into the 2 and 5B, let's reload, and we didn't get that one out, that kind of sucks. We do have a 50B aiming at me, and yeah, he got 800 hit points into me, but thankfully, I have a big chunk of hit points on my vehicle as it is. So, ooh, but that's going to be probably another tap from that 2 and 5B. I'm going to back up here, back up, back up. Don't want to be hit yet. We got 5 more seconds left on this clip reload, and then maybe we can get some big ol' slaps into the enemy team again. Now, I'm going to push over towards this way. We're going to see if I can get past this AMX 50B and maybe get some shells into vehicles like the FE 2 and 5B. Now, I don't know what the enemy FE 2 or AMX 50B is planning on doing, but for me right now, I mean, obviously, I've got a 2-shell autoloader, and if this 2 and 5B tries poking me, he's not going to enjoy it all too much. I mean, there he is. I can't really shoot him just yet, but I'm just going to push my take forwards. There's one shell into the FE 2 and 5B, and there's 2. 921 hit points, and now I just back on the cover, and that's all you really need to do in this tank to do very well. Looks like that AMX 50B is no longer here, although he might get a shell into my tank. Let's pull forwards before he's able to do that. No, thank you, good sir. And I'm just going to sit here. I mean, if this 2 and 5B shoots me, oh no, what will I ever do? But one more second, and bam, that's 900 damage ready to rumble from this vehicle. And oh, you know we're going to make it rumble. We're going to go right up to this AMX 50B, and I'm going to poke him, and we are going to clip him. So here is one shell in. Boom, 455, and let's aim in. Oh, didn't even get that shell out because he's dead. Let's aim in a shell. Did not penetrate the 100. But again, I mean, even with one shell penetrated, this tank has the same alpha as an IS-7, which is pretty beefy. We got 10 more seconds left on this reload, and then we are going to slap this U-100. I'm actually kind of hoping this Jagdpanzer doesn't pen the guy, but I'm expecting him to do so. Yep, there you go. We do have that 183 off to the side, and honestly, I don't even care if the guy pens me. I mean, there's one shell into the 183, and there's 2. Sure, he pens me, but as I said, we deal the same damage back. That is a half-health 183 taken out with 1 standard shell. The Jagdpanzer, oh, that hurt, though. That was a massive roll from the enemy Grill 15, who is sitting somewhere back there. I guess my words about saying the Grill's not a great tank for winning kind of biting me back in the butt. But thankfully, we are still winning this game. I'm going to change positions. We're going to go over this way. I mean, you can still see my team is camping, which is, again, the thing I don't like about TDs. Imagine just how much more beneficial my team could have been if this 183 and Grill 15 were swapped out for vehicles like E5s and, you know, vehicles that could actually do stuff in the front line. Either way, just going to push my way over here, see what we can do. The C100 is just getting butchered because nobody's supporting him, sadly. But, well, there's the Grill, who's probably going to get a big old slap into my teammate. And while he gets that slap out, we are going to get a tap into the enemy 268, and then, because we have one more shell, get a tap into the enemy Grill. That is the M6 Yo. Another 4,000 damage game. And I mean, these are the only 2 games I've played today. You can easily see these are back-to-back battles, no editing, nothing here. And they didn't really require that much skill. Now, that doesn't mean that you can obviously just pull out your tier 10 Yo or Kron and easily get 4,000 damage games. That is not the general idea of today's video. But the idea is that this is an easier tank to play than a Grill. It's much easier to play than 90% of tier 10s. And that exactly goes for the Kranvagn or the Projecto 46, vehicles like the STB1. The Vickers Light, it's good, but it definitely requires some skill. The IS-7, it's good, but it's not the best for a newer player. I think it's great, the vehicle itself, because it's got good armor, great mobility, it's got a high alpha, but the tank itself, I mean, you gotta know where to position it. You gotta know how to work that armor. And even now it's stronger than ever, it still suffers. I mean, the IS-4 is the ultimate Chad of vehicles that I would highly suggest, but I actually think that if you can figure out how to go hull down in the Kranvagn, you find a good spot for it on every battle, you can easily push it there every time, and I've made plenty of videos on map positioning, and as well, I've probably made about 5 or so videos on the Kranvagn in different types of videos, you know, my original review on it, after it's been nerfed, other stuff like that, where I still, to this day, think it's a fantastic vehicle. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. If you agree with my points, let me know. But if you disagree, let me know as well. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!